I'm Ryan Callahan with your Vols 24/7 recruiting roundup. Tennessee's home game Saturday against Georgia should make for one of the Vols' biggest recruiting weekends of the year. As expected, much like the Oklahoma game, as we thought going into the season, these would be the two big weekends to watch. And it looks like this weekend will live up to the hype. At least a half dozen official visitors expected in town this weekend, and that'll include some of Tennessee's longtime top targets in the 2016 class, starting with five-star wide receiver Kyle Davis, a guy from Georgia, considering both Tennessee and Georgia. So having him in town for this game is certainly important, especially because his scheduled announcement is coming up on October 23rd. So this probably will be Tennessee's last chance to make an impression on him before that announcement. Looks like it's kind of a Tennessee-Georgia-Auburn battle as of right now, and Auburn seems to have some momentum. Also, three-star offensive tackle Kellen Dish from Texas, a former Arkansas commitment, just reopened his recruitment last week. And it looks like Tennessee's a real contender there. It sounds like Texas A&M and Tennessee might be the two teams to watch. Four-star wide receiver Donny Corley from Michigan will be back in town for the first time since the summer. That'll be an official visit. He was in town in June for Tennessee's first Orange Carpet Day. Has visited the Vols a couple of times now, and interestingly, he'll be in town with another official visitor, one of his teammates, Lavert Hill, a Penn State cornerback commitment. Not sure. We'll see this weekend how much of a chance Tennessee has in that one, but the fact they've stayed in the race long enough to get an official visit from him, obviously a good sign, and maybe a sign of just how important Corley is to Tennessee. That the Vols have continued trying to recruit his teammate, just anything to get an edge there. Four-star wide receiver Javon McKinley from California also will be in on official visit. That one probably a little bit more of a long shot for Tennessee going into it, but he's a guy Tennessee's been involved with for a long time, and being from California, I believe this will be his first chance to get on campus and really see what Tennessee has to offer. And then also Jordan Woods, the three-star defensive end from Florida. He's a teammate of Freddie Swing, the four-star wide receiver, who originally was scheduled to be in this weekend along with Woods. But it actually looks like Swain won't be making that visit now. He's planned to announce his decision Friday, and if he sticks with his plans, it sounds like Florida is the likely choice there. Some big-name unofficial visitors this weekend that should be in town. Five-star athlete Hardman from Georgia, another longtime top target of Tennessee, who's looking pretty hard at Tennessee and Georgia, along with Nigel Warrior, the top 100 defensive back, son of former Tennessee star Dale Carter. He will be back in town for the second time this season. Marquez Callaway, the four-star athlete and wide receiver target for Tennessee, also another guy from Georgia, expected to be back in town. And another big-time target from Georgia, five-star defensive tackle Derek Brown, a guy who's a long-time, or believed to have been a long-time Georgia lean, but Tennessee's consistently been in his top four for a while, along with Auburn and Alabama. So some of Tennessee's top targets, obviously from the state of Georgia, will be in this weekend. No surprise there, but plenty more unofficial visitors expected in, and we'll have plenty more to recap next week in the Vols 24/7 recruiting roundup.